It begins quietly, not in the smoke-filled back rooms you might imagine, not in the shadowed alleyways of some forgotten city. It begins in plain sight, behind the polished glass doors of a bank, where the hum of computers and the chatter of clerks create a comforting illusion of order. This is where a mafia's $1 million scam silently comes to life, and where the extraordinary power of invisibility is most apparent. Money moving, multiplying, disappearing, all under the noses of those who think they understand the world. The story starts with ambition, not the kind that's celebrated in movies, but a raw, patient hunger. For the mafia, it is a quiet obsession with control, precision, and the art of misdirection. $1 million is just a number, but the way it flows tells a story about people, trust, and the fragility of systems we assume are unbreakable. Imagine an ordinary company, a small import-export firm with a nondescript office. Employees who never ask too many questions. For outsiders, it's just another business filing tax returns, sending invoices, receiving payments. For those in the know, it is a vessel designed to carry dirty money and make it appear clean. Shell companies, offshore accounts, complex webs of transactions. Each step meticulously planned, each move calculated. Money that once existed in the shadows emerges, indistinguishable from legitimate earnings, while the people responsible vanish into layers of anonymity. And yet, it's not all cold calculation. There is a human element: greed, fear, loyalty, betrayal. Mafia insiders speak in hushed tones about the psychology behind their operations. "It's like chess," one former accountant admitted, years after leaving the life behind. "Every piece moves with intention. You anticipate every reaction. You make people believe they are choosing freely while the game is already set." Curiously, this game relies on ordinary systems designed for ordinary people. Banks, auditors, accountants, all become unwitting participants. A transfer through an offshore account in the Cayman Islands, a shell company registered under a friend's cousin's name, a series of small transactions carefully timed to avoid suspicion. And suddenly, $1 million is washed, clean, ready to re-enter the world as if it had always belonged. But what about the victims? Often they are faceless to the perpetrators. Innocent investors, small business owners, people whose trust is exploited. Sometimes it's a family-run charity or a startup with dreams of expansion. By the time anyone realizes the truth, the trail has gone cold. And the mafia, patient as ever, has already moved on to the next play, the next illusion. Investigators call it a labyrinth. Each clue leads to another, deeper and more intricate. Forensic accountants trace patterns not in dollars, but in human behavior. The timing of deposits, the repetition of certain transactions, the subtle errors that reveal intent. And still, despite their best efforts, the full scope of the operation often remains elusive. The most astonishing part? The audacity. To take something as tangible and supposedly secure as $1 million, to disassemble it and reassemble it as something untraceable, is to challenge the very idea of what is real. And in that audacity, there is a story about humanity itself. How systems we build to protect us can be bent, how trust can be manipulated, and how the smallest decisions ripple outward into consequences we can scarcely predict. Yet there are moments of poetic irony. The very techniques designed to hide money reveal human patterns, human flaws. In the end, the story of this $1 million scam is not just about money. It is about understanding the people behind it, their fears, their desires, their brilliance, and their moral compromise. It is about realizing that behind every number is a story, and behind every scam, there are invisible lives quietly caught in the tide. So the next time you walk past a bank, or glance at a corporate office, or hear about an offshore account in the news, remember this: what seems ordinary, what seems secure, may hold an extraordinary secret. The $1 million may be gone, but the story it tells lingers. A whisper of human cunning, a reflection of ambition, and a reminder that even in plain sight, the extraordinary often hides in the mundane. And in that realization, perhaps we see not only the mechanics of a scam, but the fragile, beautiful, terrifying complexity of our world and ourselves.